Politicians figured out a long time ago they can get attention and votes by talking about crime. Republicans have been hammering the issue in the lead up to Election Day, blaming Democrats for what they call rising crime rates in the U.S. The issue played a big part in the New York governor debate Tuesday night.
I'm running to take back our streets and to support unapologetically our men and women in law enforcement. This is about all of us together, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, as New Yorkers, to make sure our streets are safe again.
I have worked hard to have real policies that are making a difference. And as you mentioned, that data is still being collected. But I did focus on bail reform in our budget. That's why the budget was 9 days late, because I insisted on common sense changes. But there is no crime-fighting plan if it doesn't include guns, illegal guns. And you refuse to talk about how we can do so much more. You didn't even show up for votes in Washington when a bipartisan group of enlightened legislators voted for an assault weapon ban.
So that gives you an idea of the rapid talking points from either side. The truth, of course, is always more complicated. For example, the FBI's 2021 crime data report estimates there were nearly 23,000 murders in the U.S. last year. That's 4.3% increase from the year before. But that increase is much smaller than 2020, which saw a spike of nearly 30%. Overall, violent crime dropped about 1% last year. It's also important to note that 48% of law enforcement agencies across the country did not submit any data in 2021, leaving big gaps in this report. So to sort through all of this, I am joined by John Pfaff. He's a professor at Fordham University School of Law and focuses on criminal justice. John, just to start, I was listening to some political analysis recently, and the people went back and forth talking about crime, how crime is being used in the the political conversation and in these political races, and the entire segment finished, and I had no idea what kind of crime they were talking about. Homicides, theft, gang violence, city crime, rural crime. It was not explained. So I'd like to just ask you as a starter question, can you give us a broad sense of the nature of crime, the picture as it exists right now in the U.S.?
I mean, right now, it's really confusing. You know, you mentioned how about 40% of agencies didn't report crime data. It was such a mess in 2021 that when the FBI estimated the plus or minus error bars around their crime data, we have no idea what direction things went in 2021. It's kind of a lost year for crime data. I know oftentimes the crime people talk about the most is homicide. That's the one that grabs people's attention the most. And you know, that did go up dramatically in 2020 because 2020 was a horrible year, and there's tremendous. COVID was an incredibly disruptive influence. The thing about homicide too is that it doesn't just reset on January 1st. When the next year starts, the next year crime data starts, the feuds and the fights and the desire for retaliations, they persist. And so when you get a big spike like 2020, it takes some time for that to start reversing itself, which we are starting to see in 2022. It does seem like things are starting to move backwards, down.
When you look at these data, John, to the extent you can look at the data, because as you say, well, first of all, explain why these data are so bad. What's going on? We're in a kind of a transition period, right, to try to get the numbers to be better.
Right. So the FBI years ago started a transition plan to create a much more sort of comprehensive nature of crime data. And they basically gave all the police departments a deadline of last year that they had to shift over to this new system. And unfortunately, a lot of really major departments, the NYPD, the LAPD, Chicago, looks like pretty much the entire state of Florida didn't make the transition in time. And so there's these humongous gaps this year that I don't think we'll ever be able to fully recover. I think the other thing about crime data is, yes, the FBI data shows this some increase in 2021, but a different crime data set we have, this thing called the National Crime Victimization Survey that interviews people about their victimization. It saw things basically be lower in 2021 than 2019, 2018, 2017. And so the picture for 2021 is really complicated and hard to work through.
So, which is exactly why we have you on, at least to affirm that complexity for us. John, explain two things. One is even the spike that happened during the COVID period, put that in context of crime over, say, the last 30 years. And then in that COVID period, one of the things we've seen, let's say on issues like inflation, some people said, well, it was transitory, just a part of COVID, and things will go back to where they were. They have not gone back to where they were. What is your expectation if there was a spike due to the pandemic? what's your expectation about homicides or crime more broadly, that it will go back to where it was, or what's your feeling about how it will go in the post-pandemic period?
Yeah, I mean, I think it will, I mean, barring other big shocks, I think it will slowly work its way back down, one hopes. But, like I said, once crime goes up, it creates sort of this pressure that can be kind of hard to reverse on a dime. It takes some time and some effort to do that.
And just quickly, John, what kinds of things do you hear talked about in the public conversation that really aren't supported by data? We may not know, but there's no support in the data for some of what might be tossed around in the rhetoric.
Yeah, I think the thing that stands out to me the most is one claim we hear, especially when it comes to criminal legal reform, right, is that it reflects sort of this desire by those unaffected by crime to sort of change the system that doesn't impact them. And I think it actually gets the political desire completely backwards. What I see in my own work is that if you look at the people who vote for reform-minded prosecutors, their support is strongest in the communities with the highest levels of violence, especially Black communities with high levels of gun violence. Right? So the people most exposed to gun violence are the ones saying in elections in 2021 and 2020, even when crime was already high, that they don't want sort of this tough on crime response. They want something more sophisticated and more thoughtful, because they bear the costs of sort of heavy-handed approaches that we know don't work as well as more thoughtful approaches to crime.
All right, John Pfaff, thank you so much for helping us sort through all that.
Thank you.